stuck, who your opponent, man, the man in the mirror.
Welcome to the Stuck the World podcast, where we come to just stimulate some conversation. So, the first topic of today, episode 2, my first episode was with my cousin Rich. I'm still trying to navigate how I'm gonna go about this, but the first episode is gonna be about when are you too old to stop rapping, right? So, the reason why I bring up that topic is because if you are a subscriber or you've been around me or anything, like, I've been like dibbling dabbling in music for a long time, right? So I probably started rapping like 11 years old. Recorded my last song probably in like a couple weeks ago. So, and right now I'm 29. So to me, I started looking in the mirror and, I got a beard and all this kind of stuff. So it's like rapping is a young man's game. So to me, it's kind of like, you got to know when to give up certain things, like I got kids. So like, I look at it a little bit different now. Like, you want to record, you want to do these kind of things, but why are you doing it at that point? You know what I'm saying? So I think the question is to really ask yourself is like, why am I doing this? Like, if I'm doing it for money, how long is it going to take me to attain some type of money? Am I doing it for a hobby? Then how much money am I spending to do that hobby? You know what I mean? So to me, it's kind of a double-edged sword because you can do your music. You know what I mean? You love it. I love it. I've always wanted to get better at it, but I take so many breaks from it that like I don't think I've ever gotten better at it. I think I've gotten better at like delivery, but as far as like putting a song together, I think I still would need work on that. So at the end of the day, to me, I think there's no age. I think art doesn't have an age. I think expression doesn't have an age. People have always told me like, hey, you could go be a motivational speaker. Like you could do this, this, and that. And you don't want to look back and be like, oh, like it's too late. You know what I mean? So to me, I'm slowing down on the music thing. I told myself like, hey, I'm giving myself till 30. You know what I mean? Like, so I turned 29 last month. Like, I'm like, I got a year. I got a year to record music to try to do the best I can to try to get something out of it. And then after that is we all done. It's finito. So, to me, I think I don't judge personally. I'm one of those people that don't judge. The reason why I wanted to start this podcast was to kind of like get other people's opinions, gain knowledge from different fields, different walks of life. So, if you watch this, man, let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know what age you think you should stop. Let me know what reasons should you stop. Because if you call it an art, right? Drawing is an art. Painting is an art. You know what I mean? So to me, it's kind of like, when do you stop expressing yourself? I guess that's the question. Like, when do you stop? Like, do you stop? You know what I mean? Because you're having kids. Do you become even greater because you're having kids and you kind of teach them that creative space and how to become creative? So, these are the kind of questions that I want to ask you and ask myself, as I go on this journey of life. I've read, I've seen so many podcasts. You got, and everybody in the NBA got a podcast now. Paul George got a podcast. Love his podcast. Who else got a podcast? Kevin Hart got a podcast. Like every walk of life has a podcast, a way to express themselves. You know what I mean? And the reason why I brought up music is because music is one of those like, it's the lingo. You know what I'm saying? It's the catchiness. So it's like if you using old lingo, it's like like this cringe. Like who I heard LL Cool J. He dropped a song, and me growing up, I loved LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to be like, oh, nigga, I'm gonna be the LL Cool J with dreads. You feel me? I'm gonna be the cool dude. When I rap, I'll be like in my old days, I used to rock a Kango. In my past life, I used to rock a Kango. So I fuck with LL Cool J. But the song he dropped, 2024, I think it was called like Passion or something like that. I wasn't feeling it. And does LL Cool J stop because I'm not feeling it? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure older women that's out there like, oh, LL drop. They just want to see that nigga arms. You know what I mean? So, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. It's an interesting topic. You know what I mean? So I got into this. I want to get into this podcast space. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I think that I do have a voice. I think I have a reasonable voice. I think I have a logistical voice. I think I have a voice that's rational. Um, so basically, that was just kind of the topic of the day. Is how old is too old? When you when it's time to stop doing music. Uh, until next time, man.
Stuck who your opponent, man, the man in the mirror.